Important news coming in with respect to India's efforts to contain the spread of the COVID-19 pandemic. Sources have told your channel that the Ministry of Civil Aviation will, of course, abide by any instructions coming in from the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, that there are no direct flights that operate from India to China. However, there are connecting flights that have currently not been stopped or banned. The Health Ministry is yet to issue an order in that particular regard, and whatever directions come from the Health Ministry, the Executive Ministry, which is the Ministry of Civil Aviation, will abide by those instructions. Let me in fact go across to Mayank for more on this. Mayank, sources from the Ministry of Civil Aviation and the government basically claiming that there's for now no ban on any flights, transit flights or connecting flights that are bringing in passengers from China to India.
Well, absolutely, Siddharth. There were calls made by several MPs about banning the flights from China, but the Ministry of Civil Aviation has said that there has not been any flights coming from the mainland China since the start of the pandemic into 2020, and there has not been any instruction given by the Ministry of Health in this regard, because they are the nodal ministry handling India's COVID response, and only after they issue some guidelines regarding banning of the flights or anything related to that matter about combating the pandemic, then only the Ministry of Civil Aviation will come in action and they will ban the flights coming from India. So as of now, the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, they are only emphasizing on genome sequencing and also random sampling of the international passengers coming to India. So on all the airports which have international arrival centers, their passengers will be going through random RT-PCR test, and then they will be sent to genome sequencing if they turned out to be positive. So as of now, there is no decision taken by the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare about banning the flights to India. Rather, they are focusing and emphasizing on sequencing and also random sampling of the passengers. So that's why the Ministry of Civil Aviation has come forward and saying that there is no plan as of now to ban flights coming to India. So
that's an important message that's going out because the fact is that the government, at least at this point in time, is not willing to press the panic button as far as the COVID-19 situation is concerned, Mayank.
Well, absolutely, Siddharth. That's the word that has come from both the health secretary and also the health minister when they held their meeting. Because remember, day before yesterday, the union health secretary wrote to all the states and all the health department of the states asking for leveling, stepping up the surveillance and also genome sequencing. Then the health ministry conducted a high-level meeting yesterday, and now Prime Minister Modi will conduct a high-level meeting today as well. But what is the first message that is coming from the government and all the policymakers regarding India's COVID management, COVID task force? So they all are saying that it is not the time to hit the panic button. Rather, it is time to step up surveillance. Early detection is key. That's what they are emphasizing on, and not on hitting the panic button, because
absolutely, ma'am. The centre has also spoken about stepping up vigil at the airports and the screening of passengers. Many thanks for that update. It's a very important one.